Hello, my name is Liza, and today I'm going to share with you how I turned Dollar Tree products into a tree farm and matching truck. What you're going to need from the Dollar Tree is this tag sign. They have a snowman and a Santa. You'll also need this DIY wood truck sign, 2 Jenga blocks, paint sticks, unless you have the big craft sticks, they would work also, popsicle sticks, some of the stickers, the Christmas tree garland ties, some ribbon, some beaded garland. The first thing I did was take the joy word off of the sign, and when I did this, I actually ripped the image, so I ended up just scraping it all off. But I did paint the back of the sign with a chalk white paint. Then I removed what I could off of the truck because I'm going to be painting that as well. The door was brutal, so I just left the door on. Once the tree was off, I took some green cardstock and I traced my tree onto it. And then I used a black or green marker to make some lines on it so it kind of looked like a Christmas tree maybe. And then I just glued the tree onto the tree. And I painted my truck black and the wheel well things elephant gray, and I used cardstock for the bed of the truck. Next, I took a black marker and a ruler and I drew horizontal lines on my sign. Then to give it a more aged look, I used just black ink and a sponge and I just kind of scuffed up the sign. And then it was time to build my barn shape thing on the top, and I used paper as a template because I did not have any craft sticks, so I had to use paint sticks, and I only wanted to cut them babies once, but I cut all the pieces I needed, and then I glued them together. I used wood glue, and if there were some gaps, I just filled them in with some wood filler. And then I used the smaller popsicle sticks to build my barn door. Because I wanted to have the effect of like a Dutch door kind of thing, I added like window type things on the top. Then when I knew what my sizes would be, I laid my pieces down, I traced, and then I just painted over my horizontal lines because I wanted to draw vertical lines, because I wanted there to be a contrast with the door and the top without actually using different parts. And again, I used some ink to scuff it up. I painted the wood pieces elephant gray because this time I wanted a white barn. And then I used my cardstock trick of making the cross pieces for my barn door. I was lucky I had a close enough color cardstock, but you can also paint cardstock if you're going to glue it down. And then I used the Dollar Tree letters, and I had found a half circle. I happen to have a die, so I laid it up there, and I used that to make a arch in my tree farm sign. The gap between tree and farm is for some trees I'll add later. Next, I took a garland tie and I formed a circle that would fit up at the top of the barn to make my wreath. I added some bead garland. And then I took my ribbon, and because it's so wide to make a bow, I actually cut it in half, and I laid the left side on top of the right side, and I turned it into a bow that was half the width of the original ribbon, as you can see here. And then I just tied it off with some twine or a pipe cleaner, I forget, and I just added more ribbon to make some loops. Then I took my truck and my barn, and with 2 Jenga blocks, I glued them together so that it could stand up on its own. And here's where I used my Cricut to cut some vinyl decals so I could put them on the top of the sign between the words. And then I used my print and cut feature to mimic the same so that the truck looked like it belonged to the barn. Here you can see how I put the stickers on right in between the tree farm. And then my project was done. It stands all by itself. I love making scene type things out of what I can find. I hope you enjoyed this project, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you aren't already a subscriber, please consider doing so. I'll be back again soon with another project. Thank you. Take care.